Wang Xinyu survives match point to win three-set thriller at ASB Classic. Wang Xinyu has booked her place in the ASB Classic final after surviving a dramatic three-set battle against Alexandra Ila, winning 5-7, 7-5, 6-4 in Saturday's semifinal in Auckland, while saving a match point. The match swung repeatedly in front of a vocal crowd, bolstered by hundreds of Filipino supporters who snapped up ground passes, gathered around center court and giant screens to cheer on Ila, creating one of the loudest atmospheres of the tournament. From the outset, Wang appeared in control. She broke Ila's serve twice in the opening 3 games to race into an early lead, before a huge roar went up when Ila finally held serve in the 5th game. Wang served for the set at 5-2, was broken back. 2 games later, Ila struck again, and when Wang double-faulted on set point at 5-6, the Filipino teenager completed a remarkable comeback to take the opening set. "That was a crazy battle from the start to the end," Wang said afterwards. "Alex, she is such a fighter. I felt the pressure even when 5-1 up." The second set followed a similar script. Wang again secured an early break, only for Ila to claw her way back behind relentless defense and the energy of the crowd. At 5-3, Ila served for a place in the final and earned a match point, but her attempt to finish with a bold winner in the juice corner sailed just long. Wang seized the reprieve, broke serve, and went on to level the match by taking the set 7-5. When she started playing unbelievable, there was nothing much I could do other than just clap for her good shots, Wang said. When we started the second set, I told myself it's a fresh start. No matter how she was playing at the end of the first set, we're going to start over now, and I'm going to try to take every game, every point, and every shot. Asked about the pivotal match point, Wang said her focus was simply on staying in the rally. When she hit it, I was just like, okay, if it goes in, I can just clap, she said. I want to give credit to myself too for trying to get to every ball, try to give her one more shot to play. Ila briefly left the court for treatment when trailing 3-0 in the deciding set, but she again refused to fade. Wang moved to within a game of victory at 5-2. Only for Ila to break back and then hold serve to close the gap to 5-4, reigniting belief among her supporters. Serving for the match for a second time, Wang steadied herself, held her nerve and closed out the contest, ending an absorbing semifinal that showcased both players' resilience. Reaching the final continues a week, Wang admitted she had not planned beyond her opening match. "Coming into this week, I never thought about making it to the final," she said. "I was just like, okay, let's enjoy this first match. It's the first week of the year. Then everything has been amazing. I've been having tough battles, and I'm really happy to get there." In the glowing embrace of a balmy Auckland evening, under lights that seemed to whisper tales of tennis triumphs past and present, Wang Xinyu stepped onto center court with something far greater than another match on her schedule. It was January 10th, 2026, a day that would not merely be recorded in statistics but etched into the storybook of her career. What followed was a dramatic odyssey of courage, resilience, and a will of steel that refused to bow even when the scoreboard and fate were aligned against her. Beyond the electrified lines of paint, amid the expectant murmurs of the crowd and the effusive cheers of supporters hailing from the Philippines for Wang's opponent, Alexandra Ila, there was a charge in the air. A charge that foretold not just a match but a collision of spirit versus skill, of momentum versus grit. This semifinal battle at the ASB Classic would become something more, a narrative about belief when victory teetered on a single point. Chapter 1. The First Fall. From the outset, Wang appeared determined to shape the match on her terms. She seized control, breaking Ila's serve not once but twice early in the opening set. Ball after ball, shot after shot, she exhibited precision and authority, flashes of the talent that took her to a final in Berlin last year. But tennis is, by design and beauty, unpredictable. As quickly as Wang marched forward, the momentum wavered. Ila, energized by her own cadre of supporters and buoyed by relentless defense, clawed her way back. Before long, the tide had turned. Wang's attempt to seal the first set at 5-2 dissolved into a blur of broken rhythm, and the Filipino team capitalized with fierce determination to run the set away, 7-5. It was the kind of inversion that leaves athletes questioning the unthinkable. What went wrong? Yet at this early stage of the night's narrative, it wasn't about what had slipped away. It was about what was still possible. Chapter 2. The Crucible of Pressure. The second set began with echoes of the first, Wang striking early, building an advantage that seemed destined to command the court. But sport is never content with a straightforward path. By the time the scoreboard read 5-3, Ila stood on the threshold of history, saving not just to stay in the set, but to win the match. At 5-4, she earned a match point. One shot, one opportunity to sweep the dream from Wang's grasp and sprint toward her own final. In that moment, the crowd seemed to inhale collectively. Silence, not empty, but electric. Wang Xinyu, poised and measured, watched Ila's bold attempt at a winner drift long. The ball was out. A lifeline emerged. A moment reclaimed. Wang would later describe her mindset succinctly, with almost poetic brevity. If it goes in, I can just clap. What sounds casual in retelling was instead a reflection of complete inner focus, an acceptance of pressure so intense that humor became courage's companion. Chapter 3, Reclamation. From the match-point escape, something shifted in Wang's energy. She broke Ila's serve, leveling the tension in the set and ultimately taking it 7-5. The momentum that once swayed dramatically had reversed once more, this time in Wang's favor. And with the match now entering its third chapter, both players stepped onto the canvas with brushes dipped in equal parts confidence and strain. In the deciding set, rallies stretched like spirals into eternity. Each ball carried the weight of possibility. Long forehands responded to drop shots. Service holds became battles in their own right. And as dusk deepened, Wang's experience, woven together from years of grueling matches and near misses, began to surface as an anchor. Finally, after nearly 3 hours of fierce back and forth, Wang clinched the final game, closing out the set, 6-4. She had survived, not just the physical marathon but the psychological tempest of being 1 point away from defeat. Chapter 4, The Afterglow. As Wang raised her arms, the crowd offering cheers for both athletes for their extraordinary resilience, it became clear that this moment was generative, not just for a finalist spot but for her own belief in precious alchemy. The narrative was not solely about survival, it was